All right, hello everyone. This is the to-do dash. Now this is the template that was originally the beta and all that stuff. Anyways, I am releasing it as a free version, and I just want to talk real quick about the free version, the paid version. So to-do dash is free, and my plan is to create a planner dashboard which incorporates a few of my templates, and it will be the to-do dash, the daily cards, daily routines and affirmations, and some of the functions from the planner dashboard. I believe that's all of them. It's going to be pretty neat. It's going to have some extra things. So this is just like the simple to-do dash. I'm going to add more with this, with the paid one. Well, that's my plan. Okay. But yeah, I'm keeping this one free. Okay. So what this is, it's a really actually pretty simple template, but I haven't seen one like it. I did, after I made this, I think see one where they kind of did like they made a template using the recurring function, but that was really it. This one's still different from it. What makes this one different is one, the tags, and two, the counts. And why this template was delayed had to do with the counts. So I have the count formulas working, they were all working. The problem I was having is that the recurring, whenever you would create a recurring to do, even though it would say it was linked to the tags over here, it wouldn't count them. You would have to kind of reset them every single day. So I contacted Notion and they fixed that. So now they automatically reset each day. So you do see the counts for each day. For instance, there are 2 habits here. So you can see 2. Before it would just say 0 out of 0, and you would have to relink the habit tag, even though it said it was linked. So that was one issue. And then another issue I had is that all of a sudden, none of these formulas would show up in the list view. So I don't know if that was happening with everyone, but it was happening with me and a few other people I've seen on forums. So that was another thing that they had to fix. But now it's working. And now I want to explain it. Okay, so you have your to-dos for the day, and you can create repeat to-dos using Notion's recurring function. You can create list, and you can even create a repeat day, and I will show you what the repeat day is. And then you can also see progress. Now, these are tags I created. You can use these tags. You can create more tags. If you don't like these tags, you can create your own tags. You just want to make sure that you create them in the correct group. So we have repeat, and repeat is using, like I said, the recurring function here. Habit day is also using the recurring function. You have the list, so if you want to create a list, you would just go new and create a list, and it will automatically check the list box. Or you can go to other, and that is where it's not a repeat, it's not a list, and it's not a habit day. Okay. So like if I open up habits here, okay, you can see this says repeat, the box is checked. So as long as this box is checked, it's going to know that it's a recurring habit on the to-do. And then you can see the ones I have, the ones for this week. I don't know why I have 2. Oh, you can see this week in this kind of view. It's not really organized. I'm going to say manual. And yeah. And then you can even see all. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. Now, like I said, this is a simple template, but I think it's so useful. I've been using it every day and I just absolutely love it. And it's especially useful on your phone because when you're on your phone, what you see first is you just see like this lineup of all your to-dos, and then you can see the little tag saying whatever you tagged it as. And then when you scroll down, you can see the counts. And even in this view, you can have this show like whatever. If you don't want some of these to show, you can always hide them. And then you have your progress. So to create a recurring one, you just go over here. Now first I'm going to show you really quick. I have 2 tags here as habits. So as you can see, it's a 0 out of 2. Now if I check read, it's going to say 1 out of 2. And I can go to today check and I can see I checked that. Now this is one thing I do want to explain to you, and I did put it in the instructions, is when you first create a template and you tag it with one of the tag menus, and I'm going to show you this really quick. The very first time you do it, it's going to count the template. It only happens the very first time you create a new template. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new template. Say walk dog. And you only create the templates for the ones you want to recur. And then I'm just going to tag it whatever. I'm going to tag this one as a habit. You can tag it as a recurring task. You can tag it as an exercise, whatever you want to tag it as. I'm going to tag it as a habit. And that's it. I created the template. Now, once I tag it as a habit, the very first day I create it, it's going to count that. So now it's saying 1 of 3. So I just wanted to explain that so that you don't freak out when you first do it and think something's wrong. For some reason, Notion counts it. It shouldn't count templates, but it does. And I don't really know how to get it to not do that. But it's not really a big deal because every day afterwards, that's not going to be counted. Now to make it repeat, you can just go to repeat, and I want to do this every day. You can even set a time so it will only show up that day at that time. This is really cool if you want to set up routine tags, because then you could have you can do the timeline view. But I'm just going to put 12 a.m. so as soon as I wake up in the morning I see it, but it's up to you. And then I'm just going to say save. So it's going to repeat every day at 12 a.m. Oh, and you can also, when you create a template, let me edit this. I can do a little icon too. I apologize for it taking so long. So once I create walk dog, this is every day it's going to show on here. So I only have to do that once. Every day it's automatically going to show up on my to-dos. If I wanted to show up right now, I can just click on it. Click out of here. As you can see, it's added on there. Now it's going to say 1 out of 4 because, as I said, it's still going to count today's creation. Tomorrow it would be more like 1 out of 3. But anyways, so that's how you create a recurring to-do. Okay. Now we have list. So if I go into list, I have on my list groceries. What you can do is you can even create a date. Let me go into groceries here. Now you can make a list of anything you want. Okay, so as you can see, the list box is checked. So you always want to make sure that's checked if you do list. All right. Why is this always... delete that filter. Okay. All right, now how the list works is I have here add to list. So if add to list is not checked, it's not going to show on there. Once I check add to list, it's going to count it. I don't have to put a due date. That's optional. So you can have just your list show up in that list view that I showed you, or you can show it in the today view. So if I put 10, January 10th, because today's January 10th, 0 out of 1, and I go to do dash, it's in my list. It has the date there, but now it's also in my to-do for today. So that's optional if you want it to show up into the today view, or if you want it to only show up in your list view. But you would have to have it, the add to list button checked. Okay, so you can make any kind of list you want. Now habit day is, let's say you have the same habits every single day. You could just use the habit day instead of doing the habits like this. You can just do it like a habit day if you have the same habits every day. Or you can do both if you want. If you have some habits you do every single day and then you have some you do just sometimes, you can do it that way too. But basically, this is under the recurring. And it will, as you check, you can change these too. Just go right into here and just change the names right there. And you can just check them off. And as you check them off, oh wait, now it's not saying anything because that was yesterday. But if I go to today, I check them off, as you can see, it shows up in the counts there. There you go. So it's just an optional thing. And I was thinking you can even do like routines with this. So if you want to change these to just like daily routines, and you can name this routines day. And then if you want to add more, you could add more, just add more of those. All you would have to do is go here and add them plus whatever it is. Just kind of copy paste this and then change the name to whatever. That's all you would have to do there if you wanted to add more. Okay, so that is for the habit day. And then down here is your progress. So as you can see, let's see here. Now to relate these, if you're doing like the recurring ones, it's going to be a little bit, for the recurring ones, because they're only going to show up each day, you can either relate them each day under here like that, or you can wait to the end of the week or the end of the month and then see your progress. It's up to you. But because they're not going to show up on your to-dos till each day, you would have to do it that way. Okay. Let's go into the database. Okay, so this is all the databases. This is final total. Let me hide that. That's stupid. Okay. This is the tag order. And why I have this is because I didn't know how else to sort them. Like if you want them to sort in a certain way, so you want tasks to come up first or whatever, this is the only way I can get it to sort the way I want it to. So to sort them by the tags, you can sort them however you want by numbering them. And then down here, where is it? I know somewhere I put the calendar. Oh, down here is the calendar. So you can also get a calendar view. Now, this first calendar view is going by the created date. So you cannot edit on here. I don't think, yeah, it won't let you edit. It will just kind of like remove it because it's going by the created date. If you want to edit, you can edit like milk, change the date of milk. You can't edit the recurring dates because they're going by created time. So those are not, you can't edit them like that. But you can edit like any of these or list if you have a date on them. So hopefully you understand. To do any recurring task, it's going to go by the created date, and that is why you cannot edit them. But now that I moved milk to the 11th, it's no longer on here. Now if I move it to back to the 10th, there it is. And that's really it. It's a very simple template. However, I think it's extremely useful. I've been using it and I'm kind of obsessed, and you can really get inventive with this. And that is something I'm going to also be adding a little more extra little things to it, which I've done on my personal planner, which will probably, the extras will be added in the paid. I may do some to the free version. But basically, you could do some pretty neat stuff here. So you could do like a template. You can do weekly reflection template, right? Let me just show an example. This is this is an idea I'm going to do with it. So you can say weekly reflection. And then we can tag it as recurring tasks. So I want to, this is my task of doing a weekly reflection. And then here, I can either, I don't know if you have my daily routines and affirmations, but I have a weekly reflection template button. You can add that in here. So every week, let's say I have that in here. You can go here and you could say repeat every week on Monday. Or let's say Sunday, because it'd probably be on Sunday at the end of the day. Save it. So every Sunday, under to do, weekly reflection would pop up and you could reflect on the week. And when you're done, you check the done box. But you can reflect on the week right in the to do. So right in here, you can have like, how did the week go? How would you rate it? You know, this, that, all that different kind of stuff. So that's something else you can do with this. You can do a lot with this. That's basically what I'm saying. I hope you like it. And I released the beta version because I wanted feedback. And I don't know, people are probably really busy right now. They haven't even thought about the feedback part of it. But any feedback you guys can give me is nice. Even if you don't like it, even if you think it's stupid, or you don't even really understand what I'm talking about, let me know. You can always email me at jcwtemplates@gmail.com. Even if you have any suggestions, if you think this template is pretty neat, if you think this template is stupid, I don't care. I just like feedback. I just want to know. I want to know what you guys think, and I want to know how I can improve it. Because I can't think of everything on my own. You know, sometimes my templates get improved because of your feedback. So you guys are a part of this in a way. And that's really it. Hope you like it. And if there's some of what I was saying today doesn't really make sense to you, once you get it and you play around with it, I think it'll start to make sense. I also wanted to add, I created some of these already, just as a starter. So when you first duplicate this. All of these are going to be on your today to do because the created time will be for today. So when you duplicate this and you go on today, you're going to see all of these. You can just delete them from the database. What you would do is you would go to, let's go to the database here. Oh, I'm a little sleepy. You would go to all. In fact, I'm going to delete all the days and just leave like today. I don't want all of these on here. I'll just leave the 10. But anyways, you can delete all those. And then you can even delete the ones I made here. You just go here and say delete and then create your own. All right, I think I covered everything. I hope I did. If I didn't, like I said, you can always contact me. You can leave a comment below, whatever you want to do. And I hope you guys really see why I like this template. I hope you can understand. But if you don't, that's fine too. Just let me know. Have a great day.